Hi, my name is Jamie Johnson. I'm a DUI attorney with offices in Woodbridge and Gainesville, Virginia. I'd like to share some information that my clients have recently been asking about, and I think it's good to get it out there to other drivers who might have been charged with DUI in Virginia. A lot of times I get asked about what's going to happen to my license. Well, if you're charged with DUI first, your license will be automatically suspended by DMV for 7 days. That's an automatic. You can file a motion to try to have it reinstated, but that's kind of automatic. If you've been charged with a second or subsequent, or you have prior DUIs convictions, then your license will be suspended for up to your trial day or up to 60 days, whichever one, whichever one's more. So, if you're charged with DUI second, then your license is suspended up to 60 days unless your trial resolves it before then. That's all pre-trial. That, unfortunately, DUI is one of those offenses that your due process is, kind of brushed aside by the legislature because I guess they just feel that you don't have full rights when you're charged with driving under the influence. That for some reason, just because you have a driver's license, that means that you aren't owed complete due process in terms of a criminal charge. So those are actual pre-trial suspensions. If you are actually convicted of DUI, you don't get credit for the pre-trial suspensions. If you're convicted for DUI first, you're facing a 12-month suspension of your license. It's an automatic suspension, 12 months, nothing your attorney, prosecutor, judge can do about it. It's mandatory. You are typically eligible for a restricted license, which means you can drive to and from work, to and from school, to and from medically necessary treatment for you or a dependent in your house, to and from church. But it's only good for 6 days out of the 7 days of the week, and only good for a 12-hour window during those days. So, and if you have to drive for work, say you're in construction, you have different work sites, you're not always going to the same office building, you need to keep some kind of schedule on with you showing where you're supposed to be going. And what times. So that way, if you're pulled over for a traffic violation or something, they can see that you're going to, you have proof of where you're supposed to be going for work. Otherwise, you can't incur additional charges. If you've been convicted of a prior DUI, and this is going to be your second or more, then you're facing for a second DUI, you're facing a license suspension of 3 years. Even worse, you're not eligible for restricted right away. For a second and 10, which means it's been between 5 and 10 years since your prior DUI, you're at hard loss of license for 4 months. So you can't drive for 4 months, and then you're eligible for restricted for the next 2 years and 8 months. If you have received a prior DUI within 5 years, then you're eligible for a restricted license after 1 year. So you get 2 years of restricted license. So first year you're a hard loss, second, or then for the next 2 years you're eligible to have restricted. If you have any questions about license restrictions, how to apply for it, usually your attorney applies for it on your day of your trial or plea bargain, or your day at court. Usually your attorney is there to assist you with that. Usually what happens is the judge will review it, approve it, and then when you become otherwise eligible, which means you've paid your fines and costs and any mandatory suspension times have expired, then you can go to DMV and get your new license that has restricted on the license. That way officers know that you are in fact restricted. If you're convicted of DUI first, you will need to turn in your license at the time of your conviction. The judge will typically sign off on your restricted license and give you approval to drive home. You need to request a separate approval in order to drive home from this, unless you're able to pay your fines and costs in full on that day. Because especially in Prince William County, they will not approve a restricted license until all those fines and costs are actually paid to the court. If you have any other questions about your license suspensions and what your license is subject to as a result of DUI charge and or conviction, feel free to go to our website for additional information or to the YouTube channel. We got other videos on this. The website is JLFva.com. Stands for Johnson Law Firm Virginia.com. Also, we have plenty of information there in terms of how to select a DUI attorney that's right for you, as well as our DUI Defense Blueprint book, which lays out a lot of strategies on how to defend your case. so that way you can be better informed and interact better with your attorney and have a greater control over your case and not feel so at the mercy of your attorney and the prosecutor and the judge. You have a little bit more of a stake in the case. So if there's anything we do to help out, please feel free to go to our website or reach out to us. We're happy to share that information with you. Good luck.